Hey everyone, so we are back. Today I am doing a review and just kind of a look with my new Space Case Cosmetics. They sent me two different colors. One here is a matte and then this one here is more shimmery. The shimmery one here is Star Swag, and then this one here is Karma is a Beach. And they also sent me this blush, which I don't know if you can tell, but I have really bad rosacea. I don't typically use blushes, but I'm going to go ahead and use this. So I'll use a color corrector so that we don't see any of the red come through. And that way we can try this out. So I've swatched all of these and I love these. They're super quality and they're also vegan and cruelty free. Now personally, I'm not a vegan, but I love to see cosmetic lines that are. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward while I get my eyebrows done, and I'll go ahead and prime my eyelids for these. Now I don't use an actual primer, I just go ahead and use like my NARS concealer, and instead of using a translucent powder to set these, I'm going to use this matte shimmer, or this matte color here, and then I will do a look with the shimmery one and probably some loose glitter as well to go with it, which, in case you're curious, is also biodegradable and vegan cruelty free. So let's get to it. So since I now have a basic kind of look going on, I decided I'm going to go ahead and do a cut crease look. And since this Space Case is such a dark gold color, what I'm going to do is just go in with my normal foundation, which is my Makeup Forever. And then I'm going to cut the crease with the same brush that I use on my eyebrows. And so for this, I'm going to go right here in the middle and just kind of blink and see how high that goes. And then I like to start on the bottom and work my way up. And I sometimes overdraw my lid like you would on your lips. But this time I'm just going to go with my actual lid. And then here, out towards the end, I just kind of taper off and blend it out. Like that. Alright, and then to set this, I'm going to go back in with that same shade we used in the beginning. Same brush as well, if I can find it in all of my brush. Oh, I already had it out. Wow. So I'm just going to go back in and I'm just going to kind of pat it on. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the other side the same way. Alright, and then I'm just going to kind of clean up around it, which I'm going to go back in with the Tarte, the purple that I used on my lids. My crease, I'm sorry. So bad with keeping up with my brushes, but I'm going to go in with more of a kind of pencil brush with this purple, which is the Vamp, out of this Tarte palette. And just kind of clean up this crease here. I'm going to make it so it kind of fades in. So there we go with that. Alright. I'm going to do the same on the other one. Alright, so now they're about even. And I'm going to go in with just a flat tip brush and use this Space Case and just kind of pat it in on my lids. Wow, that looks so good. Honestly, may not even need any loose glitter on this. Now I'm going in and I'm just kind of patting it and packing it in on my lid. And then I'm going to go in with the same brush that I used in the beginning on my highlight, because it's a super fine brush. This one right here. And I'm going to use that near the actual crease that I cut to make it a little bit more precise. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and use just a little bit of glitter for this. I think I have a gold. I do. I have a gold glitter that I can go ahead and use. So I'm just going to dump a little bit in. And then go on my lid here with it. And I'm making sure that it's more spread out. I'm not trying to make it super stuck in one spot. And I didn't use anything to help like adhere this either. I usually don't. Because unless I'm trying to do like a look that's straight glitter on my eyelids, which I don't typically do. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and clean up all the fallout that I got. They look about even, right? Let's go with it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and apply just a little bit of eyeliner and then probably some false lashes and come back with my complete look. I'll be right back. Okay, so after struggling like crazy with all of this glitter and all the fallout that happened, I went in just with my Duo eyelash glue and did my lids with that, so it's much more glittery. I went ahead and I did my eyeliner and some lashes. I have not finished with the lashes just yet. I'm still waiting for the glue to set and dry completely. But while I'm waiting on that, I'm going to go ahead and prime my face and do some color correcting here. And I'm just going to use this Hard Candy color correcting stick with the green because, I mean, obviously I struggle with the, so obviously I struggle with the redness, so I just used the green. I shouldn't have done that. I need to use my primer first. So I use the By My Pores from It Cosmetics, and this stuff is amazing. You literally just need a teeny tiny bit. This is it. This is actually probably too much. And then I go in with just my fingers. I know, super gross, but oh well. And just kind of get it in on my T-zone. Since I already have stuff here, I don't mess with it. But going in on my forehead, because I go all the way up to my hairline. Okay, and now that I've done that, I'm going to go in with my color correcting stick and go to it. So I like to go in and I like to hit everything. Anything and everything that I think is too red, which for me is like practically my whole face. But especially like my acne scars and spots, because I have super bad cystic acne. And I'm one of those people that can't leave it alone. So I always end up having more and more scars. I'm always mad at myself and I always tell myself I'm going to stop, but I never do. You can ask my wife because I pop hers too. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and use my beauty blender and just blend this out a little bit. Alright, that looks so much better. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and just go in with my foundation. And I like to dot it around. So let me get my hair out of the way here and just dot it. And then I'm going to go get my beauty blender wet and go ahead and get all of this blended out. Okay, now that my hair is out of this, I'm going to go ahead and blend this out. And I always make sure to use my foundation with a wet beauty blender. Just so I feel like personally it helps move the product around and I never end up with like the super cakey looking foundation that I struggled with for so long. So if you're struggling with cakey foundation and you use a beauty blender, try and get it wet. And I go through and I like soak it underneath the water and I squeeze all the excess moisture and water out. And then I go and I take a towel and I kind of wrap it around it and squeeze it so that I'm getting everything out of it. And I feel like it works best like that for me. And everybody's a little different. Everyone's skin is different. I have super dry patches and then I've got super oily patches. So What works for me may not work for you, but give it a shot. Alright, that looks pretty blended and good. And if you notice, I didn't go like directly under my eye, just I'm starting to get like the fine lines there. So I use my eyeshadows. I use my eyeshadows underneath instead of putting my foundation or concealer right under it. And since I color corrected, I probably won't use any concealers today. My skin's actually been doing pretty well, so I'm gonna leave it as is so I don't mess it up and make it a little angry at me. So I'm gonna use, like I said, I have dry patches, so I just go in with, like usual, I can't find it. I'm gonna just go in with my setting spray instead of a powder to set this, so. Let that dry. And I have found for my skin that this works best instead of using a setting powder to set anything at all other than like my eyeshadows if I need to for like the concealer I use. So go through this, get that nice and dry, looking good. All right, so now I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna contour just a little bit and kind of bring some of the warm tones back into my face that look really washed out and white right now. So I'm gonna fast forward through that and we'll get back at you. So as you can see, I just did a normal contour, nothing really fancy at all. I accidentally recorded this with my Spotify on in the background, so I'm having to do a voiceover now. I was super worried about how this blush was gonna look, but I'm honestly surprised about how subtle it was on my skin. The blush applied really smooth and it didn't drag my foundation anywhere, and I'm honestly really happy with it. Space Case Cosmetics overall is amazing. I highly recommend this line. I'm going to link their Instagram and their products in the description below, along with my Instagram, so go ahead and give me a follow and like this video if you would please. Thanks. Okay, so all of that I just did, all that audio had to be scrubbed out because I'm so bad with not using music. I've been using like free music that I have like the rights to or whatever. Unfortunately, I forgot about that just then, so I had to scrub all that and do a voiceover. My bad, guys. So I'm gonna fix this eyelash. It feels kind of funny. And then I'm going to add a little bit of mascara on top to blend these out. And then I will have my finished look up on Instagram. And hopefully y'all can go check that out. And if y'all are here from Instagram, thank you so much. And yeah, if y'all want a step-by-step tutorial on something similar to this, just let me know. Thanks, guys. Bye.